They listen to you. They show up when they say they're going to show up. They support your goals. They keep it 100. If they feel like you're slipping, then they're going to pull you up and say, hey, look, I think you should do this. They're looking out for your best. They're not trying to pull you back. They want you to win, because if you win, you're going to win together. That's a good relationship. If you disappeared tomorrow, would they notice? Would they care? Let's talk about how to tell if your friend is really a friend or are they just convenient company. Let's break down the real checklist of a true friend. Then I'm going to share with you experiences that I've had with so-called fake friends. You will not believe what I went through. Now, this checklist, it isn't long because real friendship isn't complicated. It's just rare. They listen to you without judgment. Even when you've messed up, they actually are all ears and they're not judging you. They're actually just listening to you and then giving you guidance. Shows up with love, whether you're winning or whether you're losing. They don't judge you when you've made a mistake. They hype up your goals like they're your cheerleader. Everything that you're achieving or you're going for, they're there for you. They're rooting for you. They're always like, get up and try again. Do it. You can do it. That kind of positive energy. Those people are just the best. Believe me. Keeps it 100. There's no lies. There's no gaslighting. They're just keeping it real with you. Real recognizes real. It's so true. The amount of times that I can just get on with someone that I don't even know and we go on like we're best friends. It's really weird. Yeah, it's true. Real recognizes real. Actually makes time, not just convenient when it's okay for them. Owns up to their mistakes. That's a big one for me. Accountability is there. They know that when they've effed up, they'll take responsibility for it and they'll apologize and maybe come to a resolution with you. Compromise. That's what a healthy relationship is. Does what they'll say that they'll do. They're not the person that's always in the middle of the drama. They don't drag you into it. Please stay away from those people. They are not your friends, okay? Yeah, after you interact with them, they leave you feeling energized rather than drained, like a prune, like a dry prune. They're putting equal effort. So they're calling you, they're texting you, you're calling them, and you're texting them. It's a kumbaya relationship. There's not just one person that's just instigating the meetups, put it that way. And when things get real, they're actually there. Whether it's an emergency, you're in a dilemma or something, or you need some advice or things like that, they're ready to pick up the phone. Oh, give me 5 minutes. Let me go and take this call. You know, my friend needs me. Those are real friends. Now, I've had a lot of friends where they haven't been as good to me. And that's okay, because those relationships have taught me of what a friend isn't and what I require from a friendship. So that's really ironed it out for me. And that's why I'm trying to share this checklist with you guys today, so you can identify it quickly. And then when you do have a friendship like this, you're going to appreciate those people even more, because it is rare. There's not real friendships out there. There's a lot of fake surface relationships, and they're just people like to put on a real good front these days, especially with social media in the mix. They know how to put a front up. So don't get sidetracked when people are putting all these pictures up of going out. And in the end, when they post those pictures, once they're in their bedrooms, they bitch about each other. Trust me, I know that they bitch about each other, and then they talk about them to other people, and that's just their comfortable relationship. Each to their own, but you, my friend, do not deserve that. Okay, I know you're a good person. I know that you're good to people and you just want people to be good to you. I know that. That's why I made this video, so you can get this on your checklist and tick it off every time when you meet someone. Not everybody's perfect, but I'm telling you, these are the basic qualities that a good friend needs to be. So if they don't have all of them, move on to the next one. Keep your standards there, because you deserve the very best. Love is not complicated, people. From a boyfriend to a girlfriend to an actual friend. It's the feeling that you feel when you're with them. Are you feeling mushiness, that good stuff? You want to explore the world. You just want to enjoy life. There's no excuses. Any environment that you're in, they're able to adapt with you. They're able to make things fun. Life is about having fun and having good relationships with people, not being in places where you're having to put a damper on yourself, your personality. That's not life. Life is about being yourself and having friends around you that support that version of you and what makes you happy. I want to see everyone smiling. If people are not for me, I don't want to be in that circle. If you don't want to invite me out to that place, that's cool. I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not wanted. I want you to find friends that you feel comfortable with. Stop having those surface level friendships. They're going nowhere. They're just draining you and they're not making you feel good. Let them go. Make space for a good friend. I need to find friends that I deserve. At this present moment, I don't have a single friend because you know why? All of those people that I've had so-called friendships with, they've just taught me everything that I don't want from a friend. And that's why I'm holding out to have a good friend in my life because I know what I bring to the table. I show up, I give that love, and I'm just there for people. I deserve that too. Why is it that I'm always the one that's rooting for people and I'm always in their corner, but when I need people, they're not there for me? I want a symbiotic relationship, my friend. It's not complicated. It's not complex, you know? God did not make this that difficult. He really didn't. We're just overcomplicating it because with social media in the mix, yes, it has made us feel like we've got to put all these fake personas on, got to act like other people just to be cool. No, there's loads of weird and wonderful people out there. And I want you to express your weird self because once you do, you attract that weirdness to you. So you'll find a person that comes up to you and they'll have that same eccentric kind of vibes that you do and that you bring to the table. Wouldn't you want that? Wouldn't you want to attract that? Why do you want to be fake and have this persona just to be cool and just be in those relationships with people that are just draining you? And once you're done with them, you just feel so tired. Whenever they talk to you, oh my God, can this hurry up? I know that feeling, people. Just get away from them, okay? Get far, far away from them. Take some time to heal you. Do you for a little bit if you have to. Sometimes you're not going to need friends throughout the whole phases of your life. You're not going to need them. Take a break, take a breather, and then your friend, your true friends will come to you, the ones that nourish who you already are. Okay? Simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna get this clipboard and I'm gonna whoosh and knock some sense into you. Hope YouTube doesn't take me off the whole channel now, but I'm just saying, like, whoosh! Don't make me do it, okay? Anyway, you know what to do. If they're not ticking any of these boxes, they're not your friend. They are just around you for conveniency. Okay, so know the difference. So then that way you then can adjust the way you're coming towards these people. If they're acquaintances, treat them like acquaintances. If they don't, give half what you give them, then treat them exactly how they treat you. But then don't get into that tic-tac energy where it gets really exhausting. If it does get exhausting, cut them off. You've got the ability to do that. You can get rid of them as and when you please. You don't need to be stuck in those situations. Get out as soon as you can when you feel drained or when you don't feel like yourself anymore. Get away from those people. Heal yourself and take your time, and then you'll attract, by you being yourself, you will attract the people that you want in your life. The ones that make you smile, the ones that make you happy, the ones that are there for you whenever you need them. And it's not so draining. Like, you always do find something to do. And even when there's nothing to do, it's just you two just walking around and there's not much to do, but you can actually make each other laugh and things like that. Those people are golden, okay? And they are very rare, but they're not impossible to find. It's just you need to be able to recognize these attributes so you know that when you do come across someone like this, then you're going to cherish them like no tomorrow. You will cherish them. You don't need 500 friends. You just need one good friend that will support you throughout everything. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. No, you're not. There's not something wrong with you, okay? Everyone is weird and wonderful. We're not all the same people. We all bring something different to the table. We're all different pieces to the puzzle. Nourish what you have. Nourish the gifts that you've got and share them with the world. You'll never know what you get back. Be yourself. If you feel like I've missed any of this list, feel free to share it in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys think, if there's more or if there's even less than what I've just said. Let's see what you can come up with. Remember, this is our den, okay? Be open as you want. Be as weird as you want. You're not going to get judged here. You're going to be cherished for who you are. God's gifted everyone. And I just want to know what your gift is. That's all. I know I get a bit cheesy sometimes, but you know you love it, okay? You know you love it. Anyway, let's move on to the next segment. Let's talk about the friendships, the so-called friendships that I had with these people and what I experienced with them. Honestly, you are going to be shocked. Okay, so let's start with number one. I had a friend who said that I can only come to a house and do a number one, but not a number two. Okay, let me break this down. This girl has been to my house. I've never given her no rules for my toilet. You can do a number one and number two as you please. We're human. I'm not going to get into that now. But anyway, I didn't give her any rules at my house. However, when I went to her house, it was, oh, you can only do the number one. Can't do the number two at my house. And imagine one of the days I was absolutely dying. And I'm the one that's driving us around. And I was like, hey, can we stop at yours? Because we're near yours right now. And, you know, I can go, I just really need to go really quickly. She's coming with me and she was like, you can only do the number one. And I'm like, okay. I was just BSing her because at that point I was honestly sweating so hard because I was like, I really need to go. So I was just like, yes, I'll do it. Of course, when you're on the toilet, okay, without being gross here, you can't just pee and then hold the rest. You can't do that. Sometimes it's just a free flowing mother effer. And that's exactly what happened that day. It free flowed into the toilet. Once I was done, because I was longer than like 2 minutes, should we say 2 minutes? Okay, maybe three. Okay, that was enough. It was just 3 minutes. Okay. I've opened the door. She's standing there with cleaning detergent and a toilet scrubber. And I'm like, what the, what? Like, are you serious right now? I'm looking at her dead straight and I'm like, are you serious right now? She's looking at me like I committed a crime. I didn't terrorize the toilet. Like, I didn't do anything to it. I just did my business. There was no marks, no nothing, no smell. I opened up the window, like, come on, like, are you serious right now? Anyway, yeah, she's like, no, I'm gonna need you to clean the toilet before we go. And I'm like, are you serious? I was like, okay, just give it to me. I'll do it. And I actually did it. And then at that point on, I was like, next friend pending. I brought a friend to a house party with me. I stepped out for 2 minutes to go to my car to collect something from the boot. The window's open. I can hear her as clear as day. She's actually there talking to some guys and saying how I'm just this mess. She's basically saying every word under the sun. Wow. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. I was in so much shock. And then I had someone else that was with me and she was just like, are you serious? Is this the girl that you just brought with you? And I'm like, I think so. I was in such disbelief. Anyway, I've got into the house and I was just like, girl, you got the count of 5. You better be out of here. Like, you got to go. I don't want to see your ass. Like, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Like, that's exactly what I was like. And she left. Next friend pending. I had a friend who was so jealous of the attention that I was getting. She wouldn't invite me anywhere. One of the days I had another friend that actually invited me out. She was at the same occasion, same event as me, and she was trying to come up to me to like talk to me and things like that because she could see that I was getting a lot of attention. Girl, bye. Did you? No. I deleted her number right in front of her and I was like, we're not talking anymore. Goodbye. Like, I don't care if you're going to call me a bitch behind my back or if you're going to do it in front of my face. I don't care. You people can stay away from me because I ain't got no time for you and you shouldn't either, okay? These are experiences to just wake you up that there are people out there like this, okay? Very jealous, very envious people that just want to pull you down. Identify and release. And also, it's always a win-win. You know, when you don't get invites to places that you want to go out with, like to so-called events, while they're drinking and having takeaways or whatever, and, you know, piling on those calories, you're at home getting your exercise on. You're at home and you're working on yourself. You're getting your glow up. You're looking even more sexier than you did 5-10 minutes ago or hours ago. You are looking better and better while they're going to be over there sat with their wrinkles and their calories. So think about it. It's a good situation. Another one flipped on me for not knowing a person was married. Like, I didn't know this guy was married. This guy was laying it on me thick. How I realized when he was when we was actually out, his girl had seen us and she was going ballistic. And then he managed to do like some crazy getaway. And I literally was like, drop me off here. I'm not getting into this roadkill right now. I did not know this situation, so drop me here. That man left me right there, and I got my phone and I called myself a taxi and I was like, bye, Felicia. And then from there on, this girl went full on FBI mode and she found out who I was. And then we had like a common so-called friend between us. And then this one was the one that was flipping on me. Because she was like taking her side, saying that, oh, you should have known that he was married. Why didn't you ask? And I was like, I did. That's the first thing that I do. Like, you know, don't talk to me. If you're in these kind of predicaments, don't do that. But clearly this guy just didn't care. Anyway, friend that I knew just wanted a reason just to get annoyed with me because she was a hater all along. Girl, bye. Next friend, pending. Now, I bet all of you have experienced this at some point. When you go out with like 6, 7, 8 girls, you never leave with them. For every drink that they drink, they just drop like flies. They just, you know, disperse. They just, one goes with that guy, the other one goes with that guy, this one goes with that guy. You're just going to leave me. Okay, cool. That's you. It's not a nice situation. And believe me, I've been through those situations, especially when I first started going clubbing. I had no experiences and I just thought I wanted to enjoy myself. And with these so-called people that I called my friends, I'd go out with them. I'd never find them after an hour or something. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? I'll get completely ignored and then I'll just get a taxi, sad and alone. But anyway, I thank those people because again, you just show me what I want from a friend and what I don't need from a friend. So thank you. Next friend pending. The finale. Oh, I definitely saved the best or last. Or should I say the worst or last? Yeah, the worst or last. I had stood up for a so-called friend because I thought, okay, she made a mistake. I had a lot of love for her and I was like, hey, don't worry, I'm going to help you. She basically made these other girls angry because she was talking to their guys or something. Look, she's not doing that. She's apologized. Just leave her alone. And they just kept taking the mick, putting her down. And I felt really sorry for her. Damn, I wish I could do more. I clearly did. I was like the punching bag for everything. I'm going on a date and I've just walked out of the house to get into the car. And as I have, I've noticed one friend from school, from like ages ago from school. It was a guy that I went with and he doesn't live around me. So I found it really weird that he was there and he was like, run, go, go, go. And I was like, what do you mean go? I'm already going because I'm getting in the car and I'm just about to go. I literally was putting my seatbelt on. We were just about to drive off. And then there was 4 or 5 girls opened up the door because the window was open. They just opened it from inside. They all got in. They were just pulling, scratching, everything. Me. I'm not a fighter, you know, like I might look like one. I mean, the mouth might, you know, sound like one. But when it came to that time at that age, I was not a fighter. Like I seriously wasn't. So I was taking all these scratches and they were pulling my hair. They were trying to get me out the car and they were calling me like all these names and stuff like that. And I was just like, I just stood up for a friend who I thought was my friend. Obviously he was trying to help get the girls away from me. They left and then they were going to my actual friend's house, the one that they had the drama with. And she only lived a road away from me, so it was easy for them to get to her. They've gone there. She's not there. I just took the brunt of all of this. She's not even there. And then when I tried to call her and tell her, like, you know, exactly what went on, and she didn't care. She didn't appreciate anything that I did for her. And at that point on, friendship's over. I'm glad that I got rid of her. Do you see what I mean? These relationships, I know nobody wants to go through them, but when you do, you really realize what you want from a friendship and what you don't. And that's a real good piece of knowledge. Your discernment's really good. You're able to pick up on people's BS quickly. So then you can say, hey, I'm not going to fall for this again. And you're then going to save yourself for something that's even better. That's it for today. I've went in on all of my experiences. Well, the worst ones that I've been through. There's plenty more, but I'm not going to make this video really long. So when you pull up this video and you do like a security check, it's going to be easy for you to be like, tick, 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 tick. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Cutting people off is hard. In the long run, it's worth it. It saves you a lot of time. It saves you a lot of not being in trauma. And so ditch the vultures and find you a real one. If your friend is cool with people that you're not cool with, that's a huge red flag. Get away as soon as you can. A friend should bring peace to you, not drama, not trauma. No, that's the complete opposite of what a friend should bring. Identify and release. Set your standards high so the right people will meet you, and the people that you don't want around you, they won't be able to come to you at all with their BS. If you want to join the pride, then you need to subscribe. Watch this other video that I posted last week on how to stay motivated through any obstacle. It might help your ass.